Hello and welcome to this lecture about study designs in clinical research. This lecture is linked with the research skills quiz question number 4. Are randomized controlled trials or RCTs considered as observational or interventional studies? Before answering this quiz, let's take a chance to discover the different approaches and designs in clinical research. There are two approaches in dealing with data in clinical research. First, the qualitative designs, such as case reports, interviews, etc., use non-quantifiable information that are processed using common sense and in-depth understanding beyond any mathematical approach. Second, the quantitative designs, which use statistical methods and tests to collect and analyze quantifiable or measurable data using valid and reliable tools. However, both approaches can be combined in what is called a mixed method design, which uses both approaches in the same study. There are two main types of quantitative clinical research designs. The first one is observational, in which the researcher observes, measures, collects, and analyzes data without interfering with any of the study variables. The three most common designs that fall under the observational approach are cohort, case control, and cross-sectional designs. On the other hand, interventional studies, also called experimental designs, imply an active role by the researcher in implementing and/or assigning an exposure factor, the intervention, in order to have control over an outcome. The main types of studies that fall under this design are the clinical trials. As the name implies, trials are designed to test the effect of an intervention, for example, a new drug or an educational program, on an outcome, for example, a disease or a behavior. In other words, trials are designed to establish a causal relationship between the intervention and the outcome. Now let's focus on clinical trials. Roughly speaking, there are two main designs for trials: controlled and uncontrolled trials. In controlled trial design, we compare an outcome between a group of subjects who will receive the tested intervention, the intervention group, with another group that will not receive the intervention, the control group. In uncontrolled trial design, we do not have any control group. Instead, we analyze the change in the outcome level from pre to post-intervention time in the same group of participants. It is important to understand that in both controlled and uncontrolled trials, the intervention is implemented by the researcher as part of the study protocol. This differentiates the clinical trial design from the cohort design, where exposure is anterior to the study protocol. Now let us move forward to the randomized controlled trial design, or RCTs. RCTs are a subtype of controlled trials where the inclusion of the participants in either intervention or control group is determined via a random process that ensures that each participant has an equal probability for being in either group. This method ensures that there is no selection bias that may create an imbalance between the two groups in terms of other uncontrolled factors or confounders that do or may impact the studied outcome. Because RCTs are based on the assumption of equal distribution of other factors or confounders between intervention and control groups, any significant difference in the outcome between the two groups is deemed to be the effect of intervention. For this reason, RCTs are considered the golden standard designed to provide evidence for the causal effect. Nevertheless, the strength of the conclusion varies depending on the quality of the RCT. Thus, the correct answer for our number 4 quiz question is randomized clinical trials are interventional studies. In the next video, we will take an example of an RCT design, and in another video, we shall see in more detail the 3 observational designs. Thank you for watching.